And we are live. Hey everybody, welcome back to CoopCouchGaming, all you Coop operatives out there. As well as anybody else who wants to join me on the couch today. Hey, feel free, take a seat, join me here, and we'll be getting back into some more Dark Cloud. So, before we actually get into the game, I want to have a little preface to this episode. Yesterday, a good man, Salty Medpack, fellow Dark Cloud player like myself, he and I had a nice long discussion yesterday about like some of the pros, cons of like, you know, what we like about the first game, what we like about this game. And that reminded me of like, I feel like I've been giving this game unnecessary criticism in a way. I feel like, especially like in regards to like the fishing sequences, like the whole reason I wanted to do this game first before doing Dark Cloud is because I wanted to approach this one unbiasedly, and kind of give it its own fair critique outside of the scope of the first game, like detached from the first game. And I feel like part of my argument, well, a good bit of my argument, in regards to like some of the criticism of this game, I've still been referencing the first game. Like I've still been harkening back to the first game and comparing this game with that, and I don't think that's giving this game really a fair shot. Especially like in regards to the fishing. Sort of in retrospect, thinking back, like, you know, after we had that discussion and stuff yesterday, I mean, it was a great discussion. We each had our own opinions on it, and it was great. But like me going back, computer made a noise, and I don't know if I like that. What kind of noises are you making, computer? All right, now you're good. Okay. But no, I wanted to like after last night's, you know, gameplay session, like after doing the episodes last night, I sort of introspectively, like I went and rethought about some things, and I concluded like part of my argument yesterday was that there wasn't enough reason to play the game within the dungeon to actually continue to do stuff in the dungeon. And while I still believe that that's partially true, especially in regards to like material acquisition, things like that, even like the weapon upgrades and stuff are like still relatively simplistic. You get a lot of material for doing a whole lot of not grinding. I like, especially like with the fishing material, like I was complaining like, man, they're gonna make us do the fishing material, I'm not how to do the more fishing. But if I were to treat the fishing and getting the fishing material as part of like the required parts of the game, like things that you need to do, and not something that's just like an annoying minigame burden, if you will, in that regard, that does give the sorry, I'm still working through some chess stuff. Yeah, watch back several episodes, and it's been getting better, but still a little rough. But no, I feel like as far as my argument in that regard goes, yeah, there could be more draw to be in the dungeons, but the fact that you need to get the material for the fishing, like that's actually like, if you were to isolate this game from the first and not even consider the first game and how it approached the fishing, like I feel like the fishing is tolerable in this. Whether the whole like hour and a half sequence that I did that one day, like that was a tad annoying. But I will say, like, you know, what I've been doing with recent, like you know, even last stream that we did, it's not as bad as maybe what I'm thinking it is. I'm comparing it as like this unnecessary burden, simply to just take up time, you know what I mean? But the thing is, if that's what they're factoring into normal gameplay in this, it works. Like it does work. And like I said, if I am going to approach this game without considering the first game, like, you know, the first game, fishing was optional. It was a mini game, you could get some cool weapons and stuff, but that's about it. like totally optional. It was fun because it was optional. But if this game by default is going to have you required to do it, then that means it's part of the gameplay experience. The only reason I'm not liking it, or have not liked it, and I feel like it was, unfair to not like it, is because I didn't see the necessity in it. But if you take this game, isolate it, and approach it from that angle, like, the fishing's not that bad. Like, it's no more trivial than any other fetch quest that you would find in most other games, right? The only reason that I was a little bit harsh on this one is because, unlike the first game, you're required to do it. Like, it's a requirement. It's an additional fetch quest that you have to do as a requirement, right? That's the only reason that I've really criticized it like I have, is because, again, I'm referencing back to the first game, and that's not really giving a fair shot to this one. So moving forward, and like in today's episode, we're actually going to be doing a lot of fishing, because we got a lot of bait last time. So, going into this episode, I'm actually looking forward to doing some of the fishing. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I'm actually looking forward to it, because, like, now that I've thought about it, like, I'm going to go into it with like a different mindset, be a bit more positive about it, and approach this game from its own perspective on the fishing minigame, like, in just, components of the game itself. Because like I said, if I'm going to be comparing like something that's optional, that's not taking up, hey, Redwind, welcome back to the stream. Now, I was just doing a little bit of preface from last stream into this one, as to, like, I felt like I wasn't giving the game enough credit, in regards to how it addresses some of its mini games, because in the first Dark Cloud you had a lot of the stuff that you're dealing with, and this being optional. And if I am going to be fair, and going into this game, I wanted to be fair and give a unbiased individual opinion about it, like, separate from the first game. Because, like, if I compare it to the first game, yeah, I'm going to have some criticisms, but like, it wasn't until like I finished my convo with Salty Med Pack yesterday that I really, like, introspectively, like, oh, okay, the reason I'm not liking this in some of its components is because I'm still comparing it to the first game, and I really don't want to. Like, that's something I wanted to avoid. So that's really given me a new mindset to go into this episode with. So I'm actually really looking forward to doing this episode and the fishing minigame and stuff. Like, knowing it's a required part of this game and separating it from the first entirely, like, I'm gonna go into this one a bit more positive than I did with the past couple episodes, having to do this. I thought it was like a bit of a burden, but if this is what the game is having as actual gameplay, I need to treat it fair and just get her done. So why don't we switch on over? Yeah, I want to get back into the game. I'm running a little bit behind too. The darn capture card was all being all finicky with me too, so like, I mean, typical CoopCouchGaming technical difficulties. I'm also still fighting through that bronchitis. Ugh. So, sorry if my voice is a little off still. Still working on it. So this guy right here. This is the man of the hour. He wants a noonkie. Or a nonky. You ever heard of a nonky, Redwind? Well, I can tell you one thing for certain. It doesn't matter if you catch a fish that's even bigger than a nonky, he won't accept it. Because I caught a dang baku and it was 71 centimeters. He was like, nope. Forget that, I need a nonky. Even though my fish was bigger. Man. Hey, well, yeah. Yeah, how you doing, Redwind? It's been a little bit. But yeah, so going into this episode, like, I was pretty harsh on this game and its fishing minigame, having it required, but like, going into it this time, like, I'm gonna be more positive about it. Until I'm not. That's probably how it's gonna go down. I'll probably spend all day fishing and... Hey, a lot of horror movies. Nice, nice. I actually finished, I heard from Mitchell, and he actually updated me on, like, I hadn't known, but both Owl House and Amphibia had a lot of new episodes come out. So I actually caught up on a lot of those, and it's gotten pretty good. Alright, so this is going to be a pretty chill episode. Like, this is going to be a lot of just chit-chat. Until it's not, and then I start panicking. Panicking Skywalker. Oh! Okay. No, we're good, we're good. Ayo. A ding-dang gummy. We need a Nonky. If I burn... Alright. The one thing I will say, I'll get mad at this again if I end up running out of bait again, though. I will say, if that's the point, then that means I will have spent way too much time trying to do this. And, like, I mean, I'm already 2.5 hours into trying to catch this fish. Like, in terms of, like, collecting the bait and then actually trying to fish it out. So, if it goes anywhere beyond that, I feel like that's, like, too much. Like, that will be... Then I will have some legitimate criticisms. Because that's unrealistic. Like, that's unreasonable. And a tartan. Ding dang turtle having fish. Looking like a fish face, turtle man. Teenage mutant fish turtle face having... Ugh. Alright, so... But the more of those that we catch, the closer we get to catching a Nonky. Because it's got to be one of the ones that we catch relatively soon. Hey, I'm getting texted. Who's texting me? I'll have to deal with that here in a second. Give me a minute. I've got a Nonky to catch. I don't care about no emergencies. People can wait. I've got Nonky to catch. The Picali, that's new, but not what I need. Man. All right, but we're catching them fast though. We're catching them real quick. So I like the current pace that we're setting. Cause that one night I was no joke fishing for like an hour and a half. Like the whole episode was nothing but fishing, and that was mildly annoying. But thus far we're really not that far in. Most of what I've spent time-wise in this has been just like acquiring bait, which is basically just dungeon delving, which I'm actually cool with. Like the dungeon delving, like, oh yeah, I'm down for that, but go catch it. Another ding dang Picali. Alright, 60 centimeter Nonky is what we're looking for. Worried about turning more and more chameleon-like. Well, that dang fish should maybe consider not doing that. That's all I've got to say. Alright, let's get the big guns out. These big little fishy mans here. These are some good bait. Get some good fish with these. Alrighty then. Come on. Come on. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. But no, watching, you know, catching up on Amphibia and Owl House, like, I will say, like, in regards to those two shows, like, I was expecting them to be a lot more similar, but, like, the storytelling paths that they've decided to take have been, like, a bit different. Whereas I feel like, oh, garbage, and immediately broke free. Garbage. Okay, so that was a big one. That was a real big one. Yeah, new straight up though, yeah, straight up. These are some Pokemon having fish. Like a tartan over here with a shell. Looking like some sort of a Pokemon over here. Baku having... I was gonna say the Baku looks like, oh, what's the darn thing that evolves into a Sharkpedo? Like, oh man. Actually, I've been trying to get into, me and some friends are actually getting into, Pokemon trading cards. Actually, before the stream, and I actually have, like, all of my cards just sitting here. I was actually going to put together some decks, because we're going to be playing soon. Little Sableye. Sably? There's a couple of decks that I want to build. So I have a deck that does have, like, Sharkpedo and, a couple other dark Pokemon. So that one's pretty good. I want to expand on it a little bit though. But I want, like, I've got 2 decks that I really want to build right now. I've got, I want to build one that's like a steel deck, that centers on, like, the Shelmet, garbage, what's the darn, bug looking thing. I want to have one that focuses on, like, a Shelmet, X-Cavalier sort of combo. So that's one that I want to build, because X-Cavalier is like a really cool Pokemon. So that's one that I want. I'll probably throw in just for garbage, it stole the bait. Oh, I messed it up. I was gonna say, when it comes to Magic, I played Magic a bit, mostly just Pauper League though. Like I'm when it comes to card games, like, I'm super cheap, man. Like I don't want to dedicate a whole lot of money to it, so I'm pretty much like limited to Pauper League. But yeah, like with Pokemon, me and my friends have been getting into it. But like, I want to build that X-Cavalier deck. I think that'd be really cool. And then, oh, what's the darn thing called? Oh, it's the ice cream looking Pokemon. La Cream? Is that what it's called? What's the darn thing called? Oh, I probably have it here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, all creamy, or whatever, however you say it. I want to build a deck that focuses. You can't half see it. All we're doing is fishing. That one. I want to build a deck around it because I really. We're catching. Oh, I messed it up. That's okay. We'll catch it eventually. But no, I really like the idea of that deck because it utilizes a support card. Like, it enhances a support card. Yeah, that's the thing with Magic, man. Like, I tried to get into it during like Dominaria. I tried to get back into like playing like card games back in Dominaria, whichever. But it got to the point where it was just like, you know, I don't want to spend money on this. Like me and a couple of guys, a couple of pals bought a couple of like the starter style packs, right? Like the deck building, the toolkits, whatever you call them. We bought a couple of toolkits and like tried to get into it, but like I out of like our like friend group, I went to our local game store like the most and tried. I tried to play with the guys there. Like I joined like 5 different tournaments and I lost. I only won like 2. Garbage! I messed it up again. I won like 2 matches, and I never won any of like the entire. Like I never won any like full you know tourneys, if you will. It was just like some of those guys in there, man. Like some people take that stuff seriously. I'm talking like some of the dudes that go to our like local shop. Like they sink hundreds of dollars like into just a single deck. You know, like some of their cards are worth like $100 just by themselves. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'd prefer if my deck is worth like in total under $10. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, there's just no contest. Like they basically had cards that they could just clean sweep like my whole deck with if they felt like it. You know what I mean? Tafari. Garbage. I was so close. I messed it up because I was chit-chatting. That's okay. This is a nice chill episode. Like nice and chill. I'm not gonna get angry at the fishing. I just ranted at the start of this episode as to me giving this game a fair chance and not getting mad at the darn fishing. So I'm gonna give it a fair chance. I'm going to. Don't want to, but I'm going to. But that's the thing, yeah. Some of these people, man, they take the card games way too serious. And I mean, like, hey, you know what? Good on ya if like that's your like main hobby. But like, I personally, I do not have the funds for that, man. Like, I barely have the funds to pay for the darn elevated gas prices that we're rolling with now. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, goodness, man. Yeah, I do not want to spend that much money on like, if I'm gonna have a hobby, like, it's gonna have to be something that either I can profit from, or like just something that like is very minimal as far as its like costs, because I don't know. That's a good thing about games like if you are going to get into like a hobby of sorts, right? Like I feel like you're like wargaming, so like your Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, stuff like that. While you do have that, like, it's a pretty hefty upfront cost, right? And I haven't really gotten into it too hard. Like I bought just like a little soldier pack. It was like $20 just because like I wanted to try building some models. Like, at least with that, you don't have to worry about your cards going out of standard and then having to buy all new stuff, you know what I mean? Like, at least for that hobby, you're guaranteed to have your cards be useful, well, your units be useful forever, right? Unlike pretty much every single card game on the market right now. Garbage, another Baku. I mean, that's worth a lot of fishing points, though, so I'll take it. We could probably level up our rod, actually. Let's do that. Oh, whoa, we've got a lot of points, actually. Hold up. Yeah, let's do that. Level up our strength and resilience. Love to see it. We still haven't caught the darn Noki. Let's see, we got some of this. But yeah, pretty much every single card game on the market right now that has like a standard rotation, right? So any of the cards that I have for Magic from like the Dominaria arc, you know, era, none of those are good for standard anymore. The only place that I can play them is like the modern format, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like any collecting that I did really is not that useful. Versus, like, you know, you take a hobby like wargaming, like, your models are good forever. Like, unless they literally ban a model, which I don't think they've really done. Like, you pretty much, like, that's a hobby that you can, like, just continue the build on forever and not have to worry about it. Which, to me, has more appeal than card games, personally. Like, with me and my friends, like, as far as, like, Pokemon, getting into it, like, we're all doing, like, cheap cards, cards that, like, aren't really in the standard anymore, but we're basically just playing with, like, amongst our own, like, friend group, right? And then there's a couple other guys at, the local shop, you know, local game shop, that play as well. You know, but we all just use, like, whatever cards we have, right? Like, we're all chill. So, like, we're rolling with, like V cards, GX, like we're rolling with pretty much whatever everybody has, and I feel like that's a nice, relaxed way to approach like card games, like this, because it's like, man, it stinks when your cards are useless, you know, like all of the cards that I had for Magic, like I can't play with any of them anymore, like at least not in standard. Which is also why I switched over to like Pauper League, which is basically like only having common cards, and like it's basically modern with extra limitations. So that's kind of what I've been rolling with, just because A, it's cheaper, and B, well, I don't know, I can use what I have, you know what I mean? As opposed to standard, it's like, man, I don't have to spend like $60 every single rotation. Like, I really don't want to, man. Oh, let me go ahead and text my pal here. He was messaging me. See what he's up to this late, while I'm over here fishing it up. Alright. Where's the fish? Where is the fish? If we run out of bait again, I'm actually going to be if I run out of bait again, I will have a bit more ground to be angry at this game. Because like we spent in Magic about 5 years, not close to any game stores, more in card collecting, playing plus it being expensive. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, unless you have like a group of people close by that are willing to play, like without, you know, having like a stringent like set of like, oh, we're playing standard, which means only newer cards. And it's like, you know, if you have just like a casual group that is just like basically modern, just play with whatever you've got, like, I mean that's good. But yeah, if you're basically just getting into a hobby like that for the sake of just collecting the cards, like either like you're collecting the cards because like just the art of the cards is really cool, and that's part of the reason that I like to collect the, like, even if they're like just the cheap common cards, right? Like I really enjoy like the actual art that, you know, of the cards themselves. But yeah, like if you're not looking to like really just have them as like a thing to look at more or less, then it's kind of like, yeah, it's just really not, it's not really worth like either, yeah, if you're not able to really play and also you're not really interested in like having the cards for the sake of just having the art on the card, you know what I mean, then it's like, yeah, it's just kind of really not worth. Like even then, I mean, the cards themselves, like if you were to get into standard, like standard is way too expensive, man. Like, I mean, even the toolkits, which are basically like a starter set almost, like even those are like 30 something bucks. And it's like, cool, like I'm gonna need like three or four of those to even have any kind of close to viable deck. Like, you know, if you have one of those, it's like, oh, I have enough cards of different types to be able to do like half of a good deck. And it's like, man, I want to spend like 60 bucks every single time they release a new set. Like, it's, man, it's so not worth it, man. Alright, so I'm clearly doing something wrong now because nothing is really biting, and this is the carrot of power. And the carrot of power can catch any fish. In theory, I don't know. that's my canon of the carrot of power anyway. Okay, maybe nothing in this pond likes carrots. You know, this kid over here, really, he could have told me what the darn donkey likes to eat. Let's switch over. We got these. We got our little Mimi worms. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you've got like all the emotes. Like I'm still a boomer when it comes to Twitch. So like I'm still like vague when it comes to like knowing like what the emotes and stuff are. The emoticons, the whatever you call them here. But it seems like you have all of them. Which is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, that's cool. But like, it's just like you have so many different ones that I'm just like, oh, it's another one. Let's see. Come on. Oh, so close. Come on. Hey, oh, garbage! It's a darn donkey, but it's not big enough! Ah, alright, but that's good. That's good, because now we know that you can catch a donkey with the Mimi. So that's good, that's good. Okay, we got it. Okay. Oh, at times you do? Okay, but alright, but it's good. Like, we know we can catch donkey with the Mimis, which is great. I didn't catch one big enough, but I did catch one, and that's evidence enough in my book that we're doing it right this time. Sorry that I got excited. It's just, I really want to catch, I want to like do this like the right way. I want to make my peers proud of my elite fishing skills. Alright, slowly but surely. Come on. 10 meters. We can do it. Oh, no you don't. Ha ha ha. What you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do, Nonk? Oh, I almost messed it up. Almost messed it up. Come on, where are you going? Where are you going? Alright. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big Nonky boy. Oh yeah, this is a careful. Oh yeah, this is a big Nonky having Nonk. I don't know. Nonk sounds like it'd be offensive to somebody. Maybe I shouldn't say Nonk anymore. But I'm gonna catch a ding dang Nonky. Oh, I almost messed it up. Oh, okay, alright. Play it safe. Come on, Nonky. Alright, we can, reel it in a little bit. Alright. Okay, play it safe. Alright. Oh, come on. 3. Oh, we're down to 3.2. Come on. Okay. Alright, 3. Alright, that's ding dang close. Oh, we're so close. Come on. 2.3. Come on! Come on! Oh! Garbage is a Baku! But that's a big Baku boy there. 78 centimeters? Jeez. That's even bigger than the other Baku I caught. Oh, but it's not what we need though. Man, I need to catch that darn Nonky. Alright, let's try to... Oh, I did not reel it. I did not throw it far enough. Okay, let's reel it on in. Yeah, we need to get some distance on that. There you go. Yo! Man, we were so close. I thought that was it. But no, it turned out it was a Baku. Big Baku, man. This is like, ow. Alright, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get the ding dang Nonky. We will get the Nonky. I'm telling you, we caught one Nonky. It wasn't big enough Nonky, but this time we're getting the big Nonky. I'm talking 60 centimeter plus Nonky. Like, absolutely. We're gonna be knocking it up in here very shortly. I sure hope so, because I've only got 2 more bait that are effective. Otherwise, we might have to do some more grinding for some bait, because we might run out of bait again, which would be very unfortunate for us. Okay. Come on. Alright, 4 point. So this one's a little bit easier, but the 60 centimeter Nonky might be a little bit easier to catch than the Baku. 41. Man, we're still not catching the darn Nonky that's big enough. Man, yeah, this is tricky. That's the problem. Like, there's no good indicator, so you really do just have to like RNG your way to success here. Like, this would be really tricky to pull off if you're trying to speedrun. Like, there's no way you could speedrun this, like, effectively. Like, it's all RNG. And maybe if you get better at the game, like, you could tell, like, oh, well, if it's fighting that much, then that means it's this fish, and of this size. Like, but... it's a ding dang gummy. Well... about that. Let's try the carrot again. If the carrot doesn't work, then we're gonna have to go and grind out some more. We're gonna get more bait. We'll have spent 2 whole episodes doing nothing but trying to catch this Nonky. Not to mention the accessories of catching Nonk, which are basically getting bait. Ugh. But we're getting it, and that's the important part. That's the important part. We are getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm telling you, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it this time. Like, this is the lucky one, because this is... well, I say that, but we don't even have good bait now. Like, nothing's trying to catch the darn carrot. We do have the poison apple. I doubt that's gonna catch us a Nonky, but it's worth a shot. Like, I mean, it might kill the Nonky on the way in, but Might as well try a poison apple for what it's worth. Because we have plenty of poison apples. Like, if we just catch a donkey with a poison apple, we've got 9 of those. Like, we won't have to do any more hunting if we can just get that to work, but... For some reason, I doubt that Nonky, as well as any other fish living in this very docile pond, are really going to be okay with poison apples being used as a bait. If I had to take a wild guess. Alright, you know, that's enough guess for me. Nothing's catching this line. Poison apple was a good shot, but we can try the gooey peach. That actually, that might work, because certain fish do like peaches. Maybe nonkies like peaches, especially big nonky. I'm talking 60 centimeter plus nonky. Or not. Max is very amused. He's just like, cool. The ding dang peach is not going to do it for us. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively say a whole lot of nope on the gooey peach. That does not seem to be doing it for us. Let's try we got the little cherry bit here. This will be our last attempt at rare baits. I was gonna say, is my mic acting up again? Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, ding dang mic. Oh. I'll have to fix my mic here later. Here we go, here we go. Oh, okay, it's a pretty big one, it's a pretty big one. It's fighting. It's fighting. Oh, yeah, it's fighting. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fighting. Always fighting. Alright. Oh, boy, I almost messed it up. I almost messed that up. Okay, careful. Alright. Come on. Alright, getting close, Ooh, careful. I'm so close. Careful. Hey! Ah, garbage. Here, let me try to fix my mic real quick. Ding dang mic. Give me a second. Man, every single mic that I've got here, man. Every single dang mic gives me some kind of an issue here and there. There you go. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Oh, the ding dang Baku. I'm trying to think, what's the Bakugo? That's the My Hero Academia character. Bakugo with his explode and having ways. Oh, I did not even see this. This here is the legendary Cricket of Power. It can catch any size nonky that you'll ever need to catch. Like, I'm talking 60 centimeter and above. Specifically. Oh, here we go. Alright. Okay, alright, he is fighting. He's fighting. Oh, yeah, he's fighting pretty good. Man, the ding dang mic's annoying me. Because it keeps doing its thing. I don't think I fixed it yet. Oh, I definitely didn't fix it. Man. Dang, Mike. It's gonna make me lose this fish. Because I keep wanting to look at the mic. It's faulty readings. But we caught it. Oh, it's a tartan. It's a ding-dang tartan. Man, ding-dang Mike. Why you do this to me? Man, this whole episode, man, is nothing but technical difficulties. I was having issues with the capture card starting us out, which is why I was running a little behind. Now the okay, I might have fixed it, but I say that, I'll have to look back at it. We're actually getting close to the end of this episode, and this is Can you please accept a Nonky that's not the size that you want, please? I've got 2 Nonky, neither of which are 60 centimeters or above. But would you please be willing to accept the slightly below average Nonky? Yeah, I caught a 48 centimeter one. What of it? I know, I'm nowhere near worthy. I'm going to start fresh, but I'm gonna have to go and get more bait, which means we're gonna have to go and do some more dungeon delve, which I'm actually okay with. But man, I don't want to keep having to do that. Like we spent almost 2 hours last time hunting for bait, just for me to blow all of the bait on catching a bunch of tartans and not below size Nonky. Man, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. But you know, like, it's not bad because we have the ability to use these for different stuff. It's good. Like it's fine and dandy. But man, if we don't, yeah, let's go ahead and inspectorize some of this here. We were pretty. Oh, I forgot. It's like worth nothing though. Here, why don't we, instead of that, let's go sell some of the stuff that we don't need real quick, and then once we sell the stuff, what we'll do, I'll go ahead and call this episode here, switch us over to the next one after taking a look at the mic, see if I can get it resolved, and then we'll get on back to it. Man, I really you know, it's fine. Like, if the fishing's going to be the major fetch quests of this game, I'll accept it. Like, as much as this... Alright, well, if it's going to take an addition... Like, if we don't... So the next round of... Ooh, that error there. This next round of bait that I get, if we still aren't able to acquire the big enough Nonky, then I'll have some complaints. Because at that point, like, we've already, collectively for this quest, we've already spent 2.5 hours. Well, as of this episode, basically almost 3 hours, actually. We've spent almost 3 hours trying to catch this one fish. So, I feel like if this quest line continues too much further, then it's like, well, then I'll have some stuff to say. It's like, and I'm a fairly patient individual, you know what I mean? Like, I play old school RuneScape. I'm like old school RuneScape levels of patient. And not even I am willing to put like 8+ hours into a quest, let alone a fishing quest that has up until now taken almost 3 hours to complete. But it's okay. Like we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll do another wave of catching stuff, and then we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll go. Yeah. This next round, we'll get it. We'll get it. Before we wrap up, let me level up the fishing, the rod again. We have a lot of points. Yeah, we have tons of points again. Maybe what we should do is increase the flight, because maybe we're just not able to cast far enough into the lake to be able to catch the biggest fish that we need to catch. Because our strength and resilience, like, those work, which is great. Grip. Success in fishing depends on, okay, so luck. I think luck determines if you get, like, a rare item, because I at least in the first game, you could catch, like, certain items and stuff you could catch, like, random, things that weren't fish. I imagine that's probably what luck is in this. It probably doesn't determine your, likelihood to catch any X given fish. But, okay, so we've increased our flight. Our strength and resilience are both pretty dang good. I feel pretty good about the next time that we use our bait. Because that's the thing, right? Like if we... Like, we'll get more bait, and then we'll be able to do what we need to do. As I'm going to say. We'll get more bait, and then we'll be able to do what we gotta do. That being said, I'm going to take a look at this mic, transition us over to the next episode. I was going to say I actually didn't end up eating my food like I said I was going to. It was way too hot. I was just like, nah, I'm just going to jump into the episode. So while I'm checking out the mic, probably go ahead and eat my stuff here. Might even work on some Pokemon. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. Thanks to all you Coop operatives out there for jumping by. Anybody else that joined by. Redwind, hey, thanks for dropping by as well. Hey, feel free to stick around. I'll be playing some more of this here soon. I'm gonna go ahead and cut so I can figure out the mic situation. Just make sure it's all good, because I do not want to, like, I've had a couple episodes where I've had some like static stuff, and it's improved since I ditched the other mic and fixed this one. Like, I got this one used and I fixed it, but it's still iffy. Like most of my fixes, it's pretty jank how I fixed it. Like, I shoved a bunch of parts back into it and kind of hoped it would work. So far, it's doing okay. It's doing okay. So, I mean, it's getting the job done, but yeah. Down the road, if we eventually make it bigger here, maybe I'll invest in something that's not a used, refurbished, if you will, microphone. But until then, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, see you guys soon. Yeah, bye-o, and see you soon.